Happy New Year, everybody. This your girl CC with Where It Begins Magazine. And I got my co-host on the line. Hey, Mickey Monday, how are you today?
I'm doing well, CC. How are you?
I'm doing great. Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you as well.
Thank you. Well, this is our first interview for the new year, and we have a special guest on the line. We have Nico on the line. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hi guys, it's a pleasure to be on. This is so exciting. I didn't know actually this is the first interview of the year, so that's super exciting for me. My name is Nico Franc. I'm a singer-songwriter, musician, touring artist out of Los Angeles, California, and I had the pleasure of actually performing for CC on this app called Clubhouse, and we got connected, and now we're here. Now we're getting to know each other. It's fun.
Yes, Clubhouse has definitely been a great app to network on, and I just enjoyed your voice. You singing on there, I just got to give it to you. You have an amazing voice.
Thank you so much. That means the world.
You're welcome. So what made you want to be an artist?
To be honest with you, I don't really think I had much of a choice in the matter. I basically came out of the womb singing and jumping to the beat, and from like the earliest age, anytime there was music, I was constantly surrounded by music, and my parents loved to dance. So we grew up listening to like Prince and Earth, Wind and Fire and Stevie Wonder and a lot of like swing jazz stuff too, like Tony Bennett and Frank Sinatra. I come from like a gigantic Italian and French family. So there's always music, there's always great food, but everything kind of intertwines around like enjoying each other's company and bringing people together. And everybody was super artistic in my family. So I think it was incredibly encouraged where if you found yourself in a place like that inspired you, for example, I was always banging on the drums, and like, as you can see, my drum set's right here. I don't go anywhere without it. But yeah, it just became this intrinsic part of me. And through self-expression, I think the means by which I get close to people is through sharing how I feel with music. And I found out, I felt very like restricted before I discovered that, and my relationships flourished after I discovered that, and my communication skills flourished, and yeah, it was really I just am an artist, and I think we all are artists, but my medium happens to be music. So
awesome. Well, that goes into my next question when you was talking about your drums and sets. You always have a guitar. Do you have a name for your guitar?
Absolutely, yes. I always have a guitar for sure. I have a number of guitars, and they're all named by the means by which I afforded that guitar. So I worked at a hot dog stand for an entire summer to save up for my first little guitar, and it was my first job, 13 years old, and that one's named Hot Dog. This one I worked at a chocolate shop and like a coffee shop. Her name's Coco. And I just got this one right here, but this is the one that I performed for you on Clubhouse with, and I don't have a name for her yet, but she's like from the 50s and has such an incredible story, and I feel as though she has a name, but she hasn't told it to me yet. So this was a gift. I don't really know how to name her yet, so figuring it out.
We're gonna have to work on a name for her.
Any suggestions that you like, felt, let me know.
Okay, I got you.
So, Nico, you talked about, off camera, you kind of talked about some of your friends being in LA, and then you said that you also come from a large family too. So my question to you is like, who is your biggest supporter, like in your support group? Who's been there through thick and thin?
I love that question, man. Yeah, my dad and my mom, undoubtedly. I think because they understand the importance of expressing yourself. Because my mom she's a chocolatier and she's an incredible chef, and she has found her passion and love through bringing people together in food-focused settings. And my dad's an architect and a designer, and so they've understood that like you can make money and you can create a living doing what you love and expressing yourself. And I wouldn't be here without their incredible support for sure. I think they've been here through every frustration, every struggle, every good time. But I think them showing up in the bad times have been the most reassuring thing for sure.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's really good.
So Cece, Cece met you on Clubhouse, or heard you on Clubhouse rather. And you know, I'm also on the platform too. I don't use it as frequently as she does for different reasons. But you know, performing, you said you performed this song. Now, I wasn't able to hear it, but for people like me and those that are watching, and you know, they're just getting to know you for the first time. You know, what song would you recommend, or what song would you introduce us to, and why?
Sure. I love that question. So actually, I played a song called "Meet Me There" on Clubhouse for everybody, and it's oftentimes the song that I start my set off with, or I end my set with, because it's like whenever I'm performing.
Mhm.
And the exciting part about it is it's not released yet. It is fully produced and mixed, mastered, ready to go. But it is part of my next album. If people are looking for my music online, they can find a live record, a live EP that I did completely acoustically, and I'm incredibly proud of it because I think my music has transformed and grown very much so since that moment that I released that. But there's a song out there called Midnight Blues. Now, if you want to feel my heart, that's the fucking song. Oh, excuse me. Oh my god.
I know you
Oh no,
good.
you're fine.
You're good.
My Italian's showing. I'm sorry.
It's
No,
all
it's
good.
fine. It's
Oh
fine.
man. Yeah, but that's the song to do it. It's this goofy picture of me like cheesing on the front cover, and I have this interesting graphic of like all these squares in front of it. So that's the one. Give it a look. It's such a happy song, but it's about showing up for the people that you love, and for the people that showed up for me.
Okay,
I love it.
good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Cheers.
So, you know, this is the beginning of the year, as we mentioned earlier, and the first interview of the year for us. But can you tell us some things that you've accomplished in 2020, and, you know, some goals that you have started to set for yourself just to kind of kick off the year in the
Yeah,
right direction?
I think the greatest realization I think I had in 2020 was recognizing what I'm actually capable of, and proving it to myself that I am capable of doing what I dream of doing, and that I get to be the greatest catalyst in my art and the greatest catalyst in my success. And
Mm,
I couldn't be more grateful to have been continued to be healthy over this crazy year, and that people that I care about have been super healthy. So um, I think with all that being said, the things that I'm carrying over to 2021 are just like the awareness that I can create and produce and design the life that I want to, and nothing but gratefulness and interest in sharing that with the world. And I really think that like leaning into friends this past year, leaning into family, it all is community and it's all togetherness. And yeah, together we can do it. You know what I mean? I'm
hmm
really excited
for
about that.
sure.
Okay. I
Well,
like
that's
that.
good.
Yes. And I was going to ask, do you have any events or virtual concerts or anything you have going on for 2021?
Definitely, yeah. So with this whole Clubhouse thing, I mentioned it before we started recording. The exciting thing for me is I met a lot of my friends out here at Studio City, this little cafe called Crave Cafe, and there was an open mic there. I was under 21, so I couldn't go to any bars, and so all my friends got together on Tuesday night, and we would like hang out and play music for each other at this one coffee shop. Now, because we can't do that, unfortunately, I wanted to start up on Thursday nights an event on Clubhouse where I basically curate a whole like musical night for people, and it's it's we've been doing it every night since, just to kind of build up a following before the club actually gets verified. But I'm really excited to see this thing grow and use this as my platform to really get on and perform for people. I try my best to perform for people. Like on Instagram Live too. So, you know, if you guys want to connect, whoever's listening to this, yeah, shoot me a follow or shoot everybody here a follow and stay connected because I'd love to play a song for you. But
you know, I will be there. I'm a big supporter, so, and because I love your voice, I definitely will be in there listening.
thank you. It means a lot.
Yes. But I want to ask one personal question before Mickey Monday go to his question. What is a fun fact about you? Or what is something that nobody knows that you would like to tell us about yourself?
Oh man, and this can be like anything. It's
It can
not
be.
musically
It don't
related.
have to be on music.
Oh man, okay. What can I, you know, how can I embarrass myself right now?
Yeah, we kind of get the exclusive of Nico on here.
Man. All right, nothing crazy embarrassing is coming to mind, but actually I love to draw, and
Okay.
I used to go to design school, and I was like really into art and stuff like that before I kind of prioritized music. And I love drawing, and I love painting, and I love like visual expression a lot. And any chance I get, I'm like doodling on stuff. All of my songwriting books have like little sketches and whatever I can kind of come up with on the spot. But it's I'm like always doodling.
Okay. I love that. Awesome. You got to share some with me.
Yeah, for sure. If I can, you know, I have like my songwriting book right here, so I could probably find something for you. Yeah.
Awesome.
For sure. Excuse me. So, uh, so earlier you mentioned that you had that your parents were listening to a bunch of different artists like Earth, Wind and Fire, Stevie Wonder, I think you said, and there was someone else. But who do you look to for musical inspiration as far as like other artists in the industry?
Mm. So I definitely hail from a classic sort of mindset. So my parents definitely set a beautiful foundation of, you know, a lot of rock and roll, a lot of like funk and soul music and a lot of jazz. And so my interests kind of grew from that point. So a lot of people that I love to listen to are like John Mayer and Alan Stone, and I love PJ Morton. I love a lot of like instrumental stuff, like Corey Henry's stuff is a lot of like he's one of my favorite instrumentalists. Um, God, Leanne LaHavas has one of my favorite records called Green and Gold that came out, I think like 2016 maybe. Um, who else do I listen to right now? Yeah, I feel like I'm forgetting like my heavy hitters right now. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think that pretty much sums it. Yeah, and then oh my God, Lennon Stella just came out with the most incredible record as well. I've been listening to that on repeat. JP Sachs is a huge inspiration. Um,
Awesome.
have you guys heard of Lennon Stella? Any chance?
I
Yes.
have.
I haven't.
Yeah. Oh, kissing other people. Oh yeah. I'm like, oh come on, man. I love this song. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm totally tapped out of a lot of stuff because I listen to more like beat music, like instrumental music, like
Sick. Okay.
yeah, like Flying Lotus, Shigito,
Mm-hmm.
Aphex Twin. Like I'm, so I'm on the other side of the spectrum when it comes to that. So, but hey, send it to me on. I'm gonna link with you on IG. Send it to me, and I'll take a listen to it.
For sure. I'll make a little playlist, man. Absolutely.
Oh, that would be love. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, definitely.
Got you.
So just to kind of piggyback off of that though, because you named a lot of dope artists. I can just hear just based off of your vibe that they're going to be good. I'm just trusting you with that off the
Hey,
bat.
for sure.
Um, yeah, most definitely. So who could you see yourself working with? If you had that opportunity to work with anyone, and at this point, because you're such an eclectic spirit, I'll say dead or alive. Who's someone that you could see yourself, just banging out a really good, a really nice tune to vibe with.
Oh man. Okay. So that right there I have like my sort of, there are certain people that like you get really excited about their music, but I don't know if people say you don't want to meet your heroes sort of thing. So I think I would probably turn into a complete like goofball if I was in the room with Quincy Jones. Like I don't think I could keep my shit together, to be honest with you. But if that were the case, to be able to sit down at the piano and like, or even like in the studio and just like produce out a track with Quincy Jones, just to even watch him and like be a fly on the wall and just see his process and learn and like be able to, ask him whatever comes to mind in the process of creating a song, that would be a dream come true. And yeah, I love his work so much. So probably Quincy.
I agree. I love his work also. I actually was listening to one of his songs. Is the song with Tevin Campbell a long time ago. I can't think of what it is. But it was with Tevin Campbell, and it was a small. I can't think of it. And it just came on the other day. I was like, I ain't heard this song in so long.
Yeah. There you go.
Y'all know what I'm talking about, Mickey Monday?
I remember.
I don't know this song, but yeah, can you tell me the song one more time?
It was Quincy Jones, but it was Tevin Campbell, and it was when Tevin Campbell was really, really small, and it was a song he produced, and I just loved it. And it came on the other day, and I can't think of it right now.
I just wrote down the two or Quincy and Tevin Campbell, so I'm gonna go check it out.
Yes, I love that song. I love it.
That's the thing about him is like he creates songs that feel like old friends. There's a familiarity and like a place where you instantaneously go, oh, I know exactly the last time I heard this song. I know exactly who I was with. I know exactly like why it ingrained itself in my heart or like my head. This is significant and it's meaningful and it lasts the test of time. And I think that is my goal as a musician, is to like paint the landscape of life and try to be the soundtrack for people and help be the healing process through relationship or through every struggle of life. Like that's what Quincy did for me with a lot of the Michael Jackson stuff and like it's just
it's deep.
Yeah,
it's deep. Very deep.
I was gonna say really quick before Cece gets into her next question. It's funny you mention that, because if you see Quincy Jones like away from the mixing board and away from music, he's a very sassy individual. Like he is very like very catty, if you will. So I wonder how do you think that would fare with you think he would be that way even in like the session too, just like very quippy or like very witty?
I think there's a certain kind of intellect that he has that is apparent through the music that he creates. And I think you have to have a little bit of sass to be able to make music like that, to be honest with you. Like there's got to be some sort of, because think about it. I mean, music is the tease. It's the push and the pull of I mean, for lack of a better term, like sexual interaction. It really is this tease of playfulness and energy of like, I'm not going to give you everything, but I'm going to make you want everything. And he is, I think he has such an incredible understanding of how that works that like, you got to be sassy. Like you're going to be fucking with people the entire, sorry, I'm guys, I am.
It's okay. It's okay.
It just pops out. I don't mean to.
It's fine,
I need to have
it's fine.
Hold on myself. God.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, he's just playful, and I think that's. I wouldn't put it past him if he's like that in person. I would expect that actually.
Okay. Cool.
I gotcha. So I guess my last question that I have before we go into trivia is, what is one of your biggest accomplishments you had so far in the music entertainment world?
Oh man, I think. Okay, so I'm a little weird in this. I think like, are you asking like what I'm most proud of, or just something that? Okay, so it just happened recently, and I couldn't be more excited. I was able to produce a track with a dear friend of mine, like one of my best friends, that he and I actually wrote the song, that perfectly translated the feeling of the writing process. Because when you're, I don't know if you guys have ever written songs, like I don't really know too much about you guys, but if you've ever written songs, there's this magical texture of when the song lyrics and the melodies are pouring out of you, you almost feel like a faucet that's been turned on. And it's like this, you're more a paintbrush for wherever songs come from than the person writing it. And I almost like zoom out and witness myself writing instead of actually writing the song, if that makes sense. And anyway, that comes along with a feeling, and that comes along with like this complete opening of your freaking being, okay? And that energy is something that we were actually able to create upon the record that we recorded. Now, I've never experienced that before. I've never done that successfully before until like basically a week and a half ago. And I haven't been more proud of a piece of art ever in my entire life. And I think we continuously surprise ourselves, and we've done it 3 times since. So this record is, I think, my greatest achievement yet, and my greatest expression and truest expression of self. And I don't really care what happens with it. I just, I know that it feels exactly the way that I want it to feel. And I had the ability to share. So this is where I was going. Sorry. I had a FaceTime with a fan recently who's followed me for ever since I've released music. And she's from Brazil. And even through our, she actually speaks English beautifully. So I'm not even going to say that there was a language barrier, but even through a telephone speaker, like I could tell that she got it, and I wanted to show her this song and this single, and seeing her reaction, like seeing it hit her, and feeling the connection to her just from a song, that to me is the most meaningful and the most proud moment of a songwriter. And yeah, I think that was like a really special moment for me, and something I'll remember for the rest of my life for sure.
I love it. Awesome. I can't wait to hear it, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Mickey Monday, did you have any other questions before we go into trivia?
No, I mean, Nico was great. He was great at everything he answered. So
cheers, y'all.
So we have 2
absolutely.
questions for you.
Cool.
Nothing crazy. It's just basic fun questions.
Awesome. Okay.
So I'll go with mine first. If animals could talk, what animal you think would be the most annoying to you?
Oh, okay. Although I love them, a hummingbird. I feel like it would be like the thing that goes, tell me something, tell me something.
Yeah, I can see that.
A little hummingbird.
I can see that too.
Oh, sorry. Mosquitoes for sure. Absolutely. That's like the idea times 1,000 mosquitoes.
Well, what do you think they say?
Can I kiss? Can we kiss? Can we kiss? Hi. Can you have a little bit of your blood? Hi, just a little bit of your blood.
I like that.
Yeah, that's. I mean, the mosquito part is actually more horrifying than the hummingbird part, but it's still funny.
Because there's such like a majesty with a hummingbird. I didn't want to depreciate that by saying that they're annoying. That felt wrong. That felt wrong for a second. But mosquitoes, done.
Oh, for sure. So my question is excuse me, I'm sorry. Wow. My question is, what was the first concert that you ever went to?
Oh man, In Sync, back in the 90s. Yeah, I was super, super young, and they came in. It was the No Strings Attached tour, and so they came in from the ceiling with the. I think I actually knew every dance move to Bye Bye Bye. From that concert, I just brought like a little tape recorder with me. Of course, you guys know like the VHS gigantic things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Wow, it's insane.
In sync,
Well,
man. That was it.
well, Nico, I know you love singing. Can you give us a small little exclusive for the day for our new year?
Of course, of course. You know, I can play the beginning of what's it called? Midnight Blues, which is a single that came out a few years back. I think it was like 2017. Anyway, I've been dark for a minute, but this one's called Midnight Blues. It's out on Spotify and iTunes. Give it a look if you dig it. And it goes like this. Like a minute. I'll do verse chorus.
Okay, just a minute.
Yeah.
When you got the midnight blues running through your skin, a crowd of people who want you in your desk somewhere. Well, maybe she didn't stay for too long, and that you're singing a sad song, and I'm aware that I'm there. Well, even when times are hard, even when it's going wrong, even when you ask yourself, where did all these scars come from? Yeah, I'm always there. I'm always there. Even when the midnight blues go out, I'll be there.
Ooh!
Yeah,
Thank
fire. That was
you. Man, your voice is amazing.
Thank you.
Oh wow, Mickey, what did you think about that?
Yeah, that was nice. This was fire, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Cheers.
Absolutely. Yeah, I could definitely hear a lot of the inspiration from like John Mayer in there too.
I love myself some John Mayer. He's the go-to. Sure.
Awesome. But before we get off, tell everybody where they can follow you.
Yeah, sure. So on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that jazz, it's called ITS Nico Franc. So it's Nico Franc, and Nico and Frank are spelled with C's. So there's no K's in there. It's all NICOFRANC. And on Clubhouse, you can just find at Nico Franc. I finally got it, guys. I finally did it.
Awesome. Well, I want to say congrats on your journey. Thanks for interviewing with us. It's been a pleasure. And again, you have a fan here. I love your voice, and just continue it, you know?
Thank you. Thank you. It means the world to be on here, guys. It's actually, that's news to me that this was the first interview. So thank you for having me. That means a lot. Cheers.
Yes. It's the first interview for this year. So it's been awesome.
Yes. And of course, Nico, you know, just to echo CC sentiment, excuse me. Wow. Just to echo her sentiments. You know, just want to thank you for being on here yet again. Thank you for being a part of this experience. You are an extremely talented individual. And, you know, I'm glad that we were able to give you this platform, and so you can display your talents. And you know, I'm gonna look you up on Instagram so we can connect, and then we can vibe off there, because I feel like I think we might have some mutual you know, artists that we might listen to or things like that. And I feel like we could probably tap in later on and possibly do a song together.
Yeah, I got a playlist for you, man, for sure.
Okay.
And Mickey's an artist too, Nico. So he's an artist also. So he just have a new single that came out also. So yes, I'm putting him on the spot, even though it's about you. But
Send it. I'll write it down. I'd love to hear it, man. Please.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, I'll send it to you. It's called Slide, and then parentheses K dot close parentheses Slide KK. That's the name of the song.
Slide KK. I wrote it down. I'm listening the moment we get off. I can't wait, man.
Perfect.
Can't wait.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. And I'm like I said, I'm gonna check you out too.
For sure.
Well, Nico, have a blessed Tuesday and be safe.
Thank you, guys. You as well. Enjoy. Thanks for having me. This is amazing. I love this.
No problem. Thanks for being here.
Cheers.
All right.
Have a good one, y'all.
You too.
Bye.